Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you a question. Have you ever carried the weight of resentment so heavy that it felt like a chain around your neck, dragging you down? If you have, you're not alone. We all have. But what if I told you that the secret to unlocking true success and happiness isn't revenge, it's not holding a grudge, and it's not proving anyone wrong? The secret weapon, the one thing that separates the truly great from the merely good, is forgiveness. Forgiveness is not weakness. It's not surrender. It's power. It's the power to break free from the shackles of bitterness and step boldly into your future. And today, I'm going to share with you 5 core principles that will show you why forgiveness is the key to your success, your happiness, and your ultimate freedom. Let's get to work. We often think that holding on to anger punishes the other person, but in reality, it only poisons us. Imagine drinking poison every day and expecting the other person to die. That's what resentment does. It corrupts our minds, our emotions, and even our bodies. It festers within us, clouding our judgment and preventing us from seeing the opportunities that lie ahead. When you forgive, you cut the chains. You free yourself to move forward, unburdened by the past. Oprah Winfrey once said, "True forgiveness is when you can say thank you for that experience." That doesn't mean you condone the wrongdoing. It means you refuse to let it define you. Instead, you take the lessons from the pain and use them to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Letting go of resentment does not mean forgetting. It means acknowledging the hurt, understanding the impact it had on you, and making a conscious decision to release its hold over you. Holding on to past wounds keeps you stuck in a cycle of pain, while forgiveness allows you to break free and embrace new possibilities. By letting go, you create space for growth, success, and genuine joy. You allow yourself to focus on what truly matters, your dreams, your goals, and your happiness. Because no one who's weighed down by the past can run toward the future with the speed and determination needed to win. So the question is, are you ready to drop the weight? Are you ready to take back your power? The moment you choose forgiveness is the moment you reclaim your strength and step into the best version of yourself. Success in life isn't just about what you achieve, it's about who you achieve it with. The strongest teams, the most successful partnerships, and the happiest families all have one thing in common: forgiveness. Relationships are not perfect, and neither are people. Everyone makes mistakes, and at some point, you will be hurt. But what separates enduring bonds from those that crumble is the ability to forgive and move forward. Forgiveness is the glue that holds relationships together. Without it, misunderstandings fester and resentment grows, creating distance between people who once cared for each other. The ability to forgive strengthens trust and fosters deeper connections. The greatest leaders in history, Nelson Mandela, Martin Luther King Jr., and Mahatma Gandhi demonstrated that unity and love can only be achieved through the power of forgiveness. They faced betrayal, injustice, and suffering, yet they chose to forgive. And in doing so, they inspired nations. In business, forgiveness can mean the difference between an empire that thrives and one that collapses under the weight of grudges. Business partnerships flourish when conflicts are resolved with understanding rather than hostility. In friendships, it keeps bonds strong despite inevitable disagreements. In love, it allows for growth, second chances, and the deepening of emotional intimacy. The ability to forgive doesn't mean ignoring problems or accepting mistreatment. It means addressing issues with wisdom, setting healthy boundaries, and refusing to let resentment dictate the future. A relationship that embraces forgiveness is one that stands the test of time. If you want to succeed, not just in your career, but in life, you must embrace the power of forgiveness. Because true success is not just measured by wealth or accomplishments. It is measured by the strength of the relationships you build and sustain along the way. Science backs this up. Forgiveness is not just good for the soul, it's good for the body. Research has shown that people who practice forgiveness experience lower blood pressure, reduced stress levels, and even stronger immune systems. Why does this happen? Because anger and resentment create chronic stress, and stress is a silent killer. It weakens the heart, strains the nervous system, and even accelerates aging. When you hold on to bitterness, your body is in a constant state of fight or flight, producing harmful stress hormones like cortisol. This can lead to anxiety, insomnia, and even serious illnesses like heart disease. But when you choose forgiveness, you shift from stress to peace. Your body relaxes, your mind becomes clearer, and your heart becomes lighter. Forgiveness is a mental reset. It allows you to reclaim your focus and direct your energy toward meaningful pursuits rather than draining yourself with negativity. Imagine an athlete training for the Olympics. If they carried the weight of past failures and grudges, would they ever reach peak performance? Success requires clarity, and clarity comes from inner peace. On a deeper level, forgiveness isn't just about letting go of resentment. It's about choosing your health over your hurt. It's about recognizing that your well-being is more important than past pain. The more you practice forgiveness, the more resilient and emotionally intelligent you become, which benefits every area of your life. If you truly want to perform at your highest level, mentally, emotionally, and physically, forgiveness is not just a virtue, it's a necessity. It's the key to unlocking your full potential and living with vitality, purpose, and success. Some of the most successful people in history turned their deepest pain into their greatest purpose. They didn't let betrayal, heartbreak, or disappointment define them. Instead, they chose to forgive, transforming their hardships into stepping stones towards success. They understood that forgiveness was not about forgetting it, it was about freeing themselves from the weight of the past. Take Tyler Perry, for example. He endured homelessness, abuse, and relentless struggles. He could have let anger and resentment consume him, but instead he leaned into forgiveness and faith. That decision allowed him to channel his pain into his creativity, leading to the birth of one of the most successful entertainment empires in the world. Forgiveness doesn't just heal wounds, it reshapes destinies. It allows you to take control of your own story rather than letting past hurts define your future. The most powerful people in history, from Oprah Winfrey to Malala Yousafzai, have demonstrated that those who rise above their pain are the ones who make the greatest impact. By forgiving, you don't erase the past, but you refuse to be trapped by it. You turn obstacles into lessons, setbacks into setups for something greater. You choose resilience over regret, progress over pain. So ask yourself, will you be defined by your wounds, or will you use them as fuel for your journey? The choice is yours. Because when you forgive, you don't just heal, you transform. You reclaim your power, rewrite your story, and step boldly into your destiny. At the end of the day, what do we all want? Peace, success, happiness, and forgiveness is the bridge to all three. When you hold on to grudges, you give power to those who wronged you. You allow them to occupy space in your mind, dictating your emotions and clouding your vision for the future. But when you forgive, you reclaim that power. You decide how your story ends, not them. Forgiveness is not just an act of kindness. It's an act of self-empowerment. It means refusing to let resentment hold you hostage. It means breaking the chains of negativity and setting yourself free to embrace new opportunities, fresh perspectives, and boundless possibilities. Success isn't merely measured by wealth or accolades. It's about waking up every morning unburdened, focused, and ready to chase your dreams with full force. People who practice forgiveness don't just live happier lives, they lead more fulfilling ones. They cultivate stronger relationships, harness greater resilience, and develop an unshakable sense of inner peace. Their ability to let go of the past allows them to fully invest in the present and create a future that isn't defined by pain, but by progress. When you forgive, you don't erase the past, but you rewrite your future. You shift from being a victim of circumstances to being the master of your own destiny. You choose clarity over chaos, peace over turmoil, and success over stagnation. So, if you truly desire success, if you want to experience lasting happiness, let forgiveness be your weapon of choice. Because true freedom doesn't belong to those who hold on to resentment, it belongs to those who rise above it. Let me tell you a story about a man named Chris. Chris built a business from nothing. He worked tirelessly, pouring his heart and soul into his dream. But one day, his closest business partner, the man he trusted most, stabbed him in the back, stole his ideas, and left him with nothing. Chris was filled with rage. He wanted revenge, but instead, he chose forgiveness. He let go of the bitterness, rebuilt his business from the ground up, and became even more successful than before. Years later, his former partner came to him, broken and apologetic. And do you know what Chris did? He forgave him. That's power, that's success, that's freedom. Chris won because he refused to be shackled by resentment. So here's the challenge I'll leave you with today. Who do you need to forgive? Who are you holding on to that is weighing you down? It's time to let it go. Not for them, but for you. Because success, happiness, and freedom don't belong to the bitter, they belong to the bold. They belong to those who choose love over hate, growth over stagnation, and forgiveness over resentment. The choice is yours. Choose freedom, choose forgiveness, choose greatness. Thank you.